portrait of a northeastern parent. I was wearing my rainbow hat, but then I was driving the kids to school and my daughter's like, Mama, why does your hat have a big hole in the back of it? The fuck? I've been thinking the last couple of days, I'm going through one of those neurodivergent bouts of, I need new! Which also reads as, I need novelty! So, I've been doing some deep dive, hyper-focus, fixate, researching and deciding if there are gadgets I'm going to replace or upgrade. But because I grew up poor, one of my trauma responses is that and I think also because I was late in life diagnosed autistic, and it was in grade 7 that I was ADHD diagnosed. I think those factors grouped together means that I only really allow myself to do that tech replacement if I have a way to rehome tech. I mean, donating is always an option. You can absolutely always just donate something. But if you grow up poor enough, you understand the value of resale. So whenever possible, I try to do that because you kind of have to recoup expenses and trade-offs, blah, blah, blah. So I've been letting myself do that recently, unless it's something that I can get for the kids or something that I can do with the kids or use for the kids, with the kids, blah, blah, blah. So I think blah, blah, blah is my version of yada, 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 because I grew up with a parent obsessed with Seinfeld. Sorry, associative tangent. In doing that, what was I saying? There are too many quirks about being neurodivergent, and there are days I just fucking hate it. So, I'm getting myself some new stuff. At the moment, I'm on my way to Target to get necessary items for my daughter. And rebranding. Thank you, major commercial capitalism. I was thinking about rebranding and reinvestment. And I have been through oh so much shit in my life, like oh so many of you. And rebranding and reinvestment is a real thing for human beings and the lives we live. And the vast majority of my life, I wasn't allowed to live my life. I lived a life, didn't live my life. And when you've been through that experience, you'll understand the lack of grammar that I just used, and my message will come across. If you haven't, I can't help you, because that sentence is only supposed to make sense to the people who have lived it. Suffice to say, I am stuck in that oh so unenviable position of the I just turned 39, oh fuck, my 40s are around the goddamn corner of the table I'm about to slam my foot into position of I have to make up for all that missed time. Stolen time. So I'm going to start with posting this on my YouTube, and I'm going to leave it as a public post. Like every probably other human being, I have social media. I try not to use it too much lately with all the shit I'm going through. But I have it, and I'm going to try rebranding me insofar as not only what of myself I put out, but the fact that I do. Because the trauma response of my childhood was sit down, shut up, fucking disappear, don't exist, go away, you were a mistake, you were an accident, you should have died at birth. And no, that's not hyperbole. The relationship that I am getting out from under was disturbingly and disgustingly more of the same. And that includes a lot of domestic police calls. Nothing I can do about the lighting, it's daytime. I can't do more than I'm doing to deal with the effects those kinds of traumas have on me and my personal life. The part that's off camera that I choose not to put on camera. There are things that I can choose to put on camera, and in the past, I've chosen to put things like my kids on my YouTube and on my social media, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you'll notice I've taken a lot of those videos off. I've made them private or unlisted for a few reasons. One of which is they deserve their own privacy. And as proud as I am of them, as real as the truth is that they are the best thing I've ever done and had a hand in, and I don't dispute that they will always be the best thing I ever have a hand in helping to create, their lives are theirs. No matter what part I've had in them, will have in them. So a lot of that has been privatized. So going forward, what I do post is just going to be me, if it's anything. Location reviews, product reviews, personal development, blog type of stuff. I do actually have a website, a personal website that I've designed on Wix. If you want to see any of this in written word format, words on the page are actually what I specialize in. I'm going to have to redesign a number of things to get this more cohesive. But like I said, I'm neurodivergent in both special, spicy ways. So if you want to see that process, if you want to bear with me while I attempt this, now's the time to get on board. Now is the time to tell someone, hey, this really interesting crackpot who lives in the Northeast is getting out from under this bullshit divorce from an abusive narc, going the single parent life of neurodivergent kids as a neurodivergent. What else would you need to know about me to know if it's worth trying to follow along? 3 dogs, 1 cat. I feed people a lot. It's the nature of my heritage. I'll get into that and other things that I post. I don't tend to state political views. I do my best to be aware of the world, culturally aware, historically aware. I'm quick with the block button. I'm quick with the delete button. I don't allow intolerance. I don't allow hate speech. And yes, that is going to be a determination purely subject to what I consider intolerance and what I consider hate. You are allowed your opinions. You are allowed free speech. That is the nature of the world we live in. You are allowed your faith. But here is a true distinction that I say as someone who was raised by an ordained human being. There is a categorical, by the dictionary definition, difference between faith and religion. Pick up a dictionary. There's a difference. I have a number of beautifully intricate friendships with people who are passionate about their faith. And I will not tell you of what faith they are. There is more than one. I have been exposed during my life to people who are very religious. I don't deal with any of them anymore. There's a difference. All right. I've been babbling for about 10 minutes at this point, so I need to learn when to find the point of brevity. And I'm at the point of needing to go into the store because I've parked. So I'm going to stop now. I'll try and remember to put all of the information in the, not the captions, the video information. Can you tell I haven't had my coffee yet? One of the things I'm going to have to review is that I got myself a new drink thing. And, yeah. So, if you want to try and come along for this new version of whatever my shit show's going to be, now's the time to start.